one thing that I don't know if you want to call it a story, I guess, but one thing that was impactful to me was to watch Fonz, especially in the he was in my squad, especially for the Indy 500 beatdown, which is like a 2-hour beatdown. Just to watch him step up and lead. I mean, obviously Fonz is our Nantan, but and we always know he's a leader, but just to step up in the middle of it and do that count and cadence with as much gusto as he always does, but even enhanced even more. I mean, I was just like super proud and like, man, this dude is just rocking it and he's killing it. So I don't know. It's pretty impactful.
Oh, I think for me, the story that resonated, there was a couple. So there was one during Grove School, where the trainer was talking about moving the village and how at times it's necessary to move the village. We'll face adversity. In this particular story, there's a group of villagers living, and every once in a while, their little village would flood, right? And so they would deal with that flood, and then it would recede, and then they would go on about their daily lives, and then, and so after 3 or 4 of those, one of the villagers suggested that they move the village, and the response was, well, that would be too much work to move the village. Let's we're not going to move up the hill. We're not going to uproot everything and move up there. And so, but the next flood that came through wiped the village away completely, right? And so, how many times we'll give ourselves a free pass or excuses to maybe not either take a situation seriously or truly step in or step up or do what it takes, whatever it takes, to accomplish a task or help someone around us.
So a fun story, I'd say. It was really exciting. The whole night was stressful, and the point that was actually fun and exciting was during the competitions in the morning, and it was Alpha Platoon versus Bravo Platoon, and there's just 2 guys going head to head, and then a single guy going head to head, and it was basically, I think it was just I don't know, like he was just holding 2 sandbags in each hand, or a sandbag in each hand, and so was his competitor. And so everybody was just getting hyped up and cheering him on, and everybody was getting into it. So that was a fun moment. I can't say much more was fun.
Well, I don't know if I guess I could tell several. The first thing that pops in my mind is it was the scariest moment, I guess, was just like right off the get-go, Lucky passes out in the first workout, the greeting workout, and I'm just like, are you serious? Like, if Lucky's going down, like, we're all going down. Like, none of us are going to make it, if Lucky, and I'm just like, oh my Lord. And like, then he comes back and we finish the workout and we start rucking, which was fine. We were just like walking, but at a decent pace or whatever. But then Sassy goes down, and I'm like, so this is all like hour and a half in. Like 2 guys are dropping. I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? So I was just like, I was concerned, a little flustered at that moment, but we all seemed to settle in after that. And it got better, but. So that was the scariest part, just like, oh my gosh, like, am I going to survive, And the firehouse was cool. We were singing and getting sprayed by the firefighters. That was cool. But there was a lot of fun parts. I mean, like, we had a competition with the logs. That was really fun. It was another frustrating point because we won the competition, and then someone offered double or nothing, and we turned it down, but our cadre made us accept it, and then we ended up losing. It's just so just stuff like that. But then like that when it was over or towards the end, when we had the prayer time or the sharing time, I guess, when the sun came up, that was amazing. So that was great. So there was lots of good times.
Man, there's so many stories when it comes to GROWRUCK 48. I mean, you got the the gunshots in the woods. You have the real gunshots in the woods to, volunteer shoes just disintegrating in the water to, just, I mean, I could go on and on of story after story, but my favorite story, if it has a positive ending to it, is just the look of fear in the eyes of when Lucky went down, and looking across the way of the other 15 individuals besides myself, and looking in their eyes and seeing fear in everybody, and going, what did we sign up for? Not a great story, that piece of it, but for us the story of us coming and actually finishing after that and getting through it, is a testament to the group of guys that we have, because I mean, it was scary for one, but for two, I look at Lucky personally as one of the strongest guys in our group, and having been through one of these in 43, I was always looking to him for leadership, like, hey, what am I getting into? What's next? What's going on? And then to see him go down, and the idea that we might lose him, because that was the thought. I mean, I didn't have no realization of him coming back. I thought he was gone and done, and so I thought we were losing a leader and a friend.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'll just share a personal one. That really got me past the probably second wall by that point. Since I was cramping and we were rucking, it was getting so bad that I had to either stop, and then my battle buddy said, "Oh, I'll carry you. I'll do it." I was like, "Nah, man, not yet. We just started." That's what we're here for. And right then it clicked. Yes, that's what this is for. So I let him do it. And Coxon and I can't remember who else, maybe Lucky or somebody, maybe not Lucky. He was out. They were carrying me and stretching my calves at the same time just to get some relief, and that helped a lot. Because then I was cramping the whole night, but I could still walk and ruck, so that made a big difference.
Favorite story. The one that comes to mind, I guess, is when we broke up, when we did the Cindy 500, and we broke up. I do believe that our group was the only group that did not have to start over, and it was interesting. I felt like our group really stuck together through that right there, and we did a good job holding each other together in that deal. So.
Oh man, I mean, it depends on if we're going sentimental or if we're going the suck.
How much time you want to take?
Yeah, no, I'll keep it brief. The sentimental, I mean, I think my favorite part is probably seeing some of these guys that have not really had an opportunity to lead before freaking step it up. Kimball and Gringo are two that come to mind that they've kind of just hung on the fringes, and they were instrumental in kind of getting us through the night. If we're talking purely suck, it's that Cindy 500 beat down in the middle of the night, that 230 burpees later, that we just, words cannot even describe the just pain, the agony, the mental breakdown, the physical breakdown, just all of it.